sustainable waste management is obviously a key to circular economy. So when it comes to Dulsco's strategies and priorities towards circular economy, what are they like in 2020?
Sure. Look, we put a lot of capital investment into ensuring that we're not just a waste transporter. It is about engaging the communities we operate, powering those better communities through what we're trying to do through a closed-loop circular economy. The MRF is one part of it. The C&D is one part of it. Yeah. We've also just finished commissioning our new liquid oil re-refining facility in Jebel Ali, when we'll be taking out waste, slop and sludge. That's the sort of the oily liquid mixture that comes from ships and from the enormous storage tanks that are located around the UAE, being a hydrocarbon country. Those for us allow us then to take that waste, repurpose it back either into base oil, repurpose the water by treating it and be able to use it for irrigation. And I think one of the really other exciting facilities we've just finished commissioning is a paper pulp facility where we're taking waste paper, perhaps even recycled paper already that's been through the process once, and we're turning it into everything from egg trays to beverage carriers to medical disposable, incineratable products. So really taking a recycled product and recycling it and giving it a new life. That for us is how we see extending the value through the environmental chain. Talking
about the construction and demolition management part of it, could you talk to us, how does switching to construction and demolition waste products help reduce CAPEX and OPEX?
So from our point of view, obviously we put a large of capital expenditure into it, but from other companies, perhaps the buyers of virgin materials, for them it helps to potentially reduce their cost. Because they're not buying a virgin product. It helps the environmental costs because you're not scraping away sides of hills and mountains. So you're reducing the carbon footprint of extraction, the landscape, as well as the end user's product as well that may be utilised for either roadworks, for buildings to a certain level, or block makeups. That has to be an exciting prospect. Equally, if you're a large construction company that may be using demolition to create the space, you can actually repurpose that product back to reuse it again, which again is cutting down on the overall capital expenditure of a particular project. And we think that's a great value proposition.
How has the shift towards adopting technology evolved over the years? If you could just talk to us a little more about that.
I think, we're older than the UAE as a company. From where we started on the banks of the creek in 1935, unloading dhows, that was the first form of stevedoring with human capital. And the business grew itself from there. It's moved in different verticals, obviously environmental management some 20 odd years ago, very much in those days as transporting waste from A to B. And the advent of a massive change from the UAE push, its Vision 2021, of what obviously we're part of, the circular economy that the country is committed to and the region is committed to, about leaving for the next generation. We're excited to be a homegrown UAE company, to be part of that. We've extended ourselves into the region. We've had a business in Qatar. We're expanding now into Oman, where we've started an operation there. And our hope is that we will take it into a couple of other very large GCC countries over the coming 12, 24 months as well. The pandemic has certainly offered an opportunity for businesses to consolidate in certain areas and perhaps move on. But most importantly, I think it's allowed to take some of the best practice learnings and look at how can you become something different in another market rather than being a Me Too.
That's interesting. Also because UAE is Dulsco's home country, and you spoke about how you are expanding into Oman and how you have a presence in Qatar. What about your expansion into Saudi Arabia? Could you talk to us a little more about that?
Look, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is a tremendous opportunity. Again, going in for the right reason with the right solution, I think is equally as important as just saying we're in Saudi Arabia. We provide some of our home-based customers here with resources in Saudi Arabia already. What we've not done is just been implanted the flag yet. I'm sure that will come, and that is very much on our strategic radar. We've been working through a number of scenarios with different partners to be able to enable us to do that. But it will be at the right time with the right product and the right solution that has longevity rather than just come in, win something, disappear. Our business is about sustainability, not just in what we do, but in the longevity of sustainability. We are a sustainable business. as you say, we've been here for over 85 years, and we intend to be here for another 85 years and more.
What are Dulsco's plans for 2020 when you are gearing up for Expo 2020 Dubai? You are obviously expanding the businesses into other GCC countries. But what are the other plans, towards all your businesses across the region?
So I think, like many, the key thing is to ensure that our staff stay safe.
Yeah.
We're going through unprecedented times. I didn't think we'd be sitting here a year on from effectively talking about what was going on in different parts of the world, and we still are.
Yeah.
We're not through it yet. There's still a hell of a lot of safety to be done. We're vaccinating our staff as physically as fast as we can. Mm-hmm. I think that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Second thing is obviously to ensure that we can support our existing customers with what we promised and what we've committed, and we will continue to do that. Growing our service expansion of some of the things that we've done differently. So we introduced telemedicine back in sort of April last year. Mm-hmm. We've got a large workforce.
Okay.
We also offer those services to other businesses, which we've done pretty well on.
Okay.
We intend to grow that footprint within that space as well. I do think with all the capital expenditure we made in 2020 of our new facilities, we're going to see those really come into the forefront. And, the big thing for this year as well is an absolute flawless delivery of Expo 2020. Not just for us at Expo, but for every visitor that's going to come in. We are a small back of house part of it, but it's a key part of it, especially with what the world has gone through.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want to see is waste, be it general, recyclable or medical, and the masks we're all having to wear. So I think the key to this year of 2021 will be agility. It was last year, but more so than ever. Yeah. There will be opportunities, and there are opportunities, and we're looking forward to picking up as many of those as we can.
That's wonderful to know. And obviously, all the best to Dulsco for all the plans ahead in 2021. And we look forward to hearing more from the company as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us, David. It was wonderful having you on our show today.
Thank you.